Good morning. Good morning. There we go. Just checking something real quickly. Hey, Ray. Good morning. How are you? Check it. Morning, Peter. Look at that. Peter all like, woo. Hey, Joe. Good day. Happy Monday to you. Happy 1st of December. Yuck. Memo to self: don't use paper towel to do that again. Just scrape it off with your fingers, and yes, you can get oil everywhere. Morning, Joe. Yeah, I might actually have some Morning Joe in a second here. Phrasing. It's kind of like phasing, only not. Right. All right. Let's get switch over. Rubber's odorless thinner today. Let's see what I got here. This tends to not dry as quickly either. It's all on the Mega Warehouse channel and watch Nick's update video. Yeah. Stumbled across. Tripped over. I am going to show you guys what we got going on the model itself, and then I'm going to set it aside until tomorrow. I'm going to let the oils dry just a little bit longer before I apply more oils on top. My hope is to get this thing kind of all set and ready to go. So today I'm going to be working on the cat itself, but the model itself, at least from an assembly perspective, is all done. The one thing I want to do is I want to get some dust layers, particularly on some of the stuff that came out a little bit heavy, but just drop in some dust. Then I've got both a light gray, what do they call it? Wilder calls it a neutral earth, which I might use too. But this guy is all done. And you can even see the armor, the shoulder plates are now on. I got those things taken care of yesterday. The only thing that happened, oh, fuck me. Hold on a second. Shit. The lens popped off. Fuck, where'd it go? The lens popped off on the thing. Now I gotta see if I can find where the fuck it went. It's got to be in this area. So, if you're as a hobby project besides family, I can understand an amount of burnout. Yeah, I think it was more than just a hobby project. I think he wanted to make it into a legitimate business. You know, I've had conversations with Nick in the past, and I think he legitimately was hoping it would be the thing that would add a level of both some fulfillment to him. You know, like it would be a job that he could actually be fulfilled given his passion for it. You know, the thing about it is, it's like most guys, we were talking about it yesterday. When you get into a job, when you get into a job of something you're passionate about, careful. Because are you doing this because you're passionate about the industry, you know, about the hobby as a hobby, or are you passionate about it as a business? And if you can't do the latter, then don't do it. This is the same reason why I never became an AV integrator on my own. I never wanted to make it into my own business. You know, there's still a possibility I might become a part owner, which is interesting. But aside from that, I would never want to make it into a sole business. I love the hobby. I love what I do. And at the end of the day, I like to separate my hobby interests from my, whoops. Okay. That red is a little too bright. Magenta. That's what magenta looks like. But in any case, I'm happy that it sounds like it's going to be a good thing for him, and he'll be moving on to hopefully something better. Magenta might be a little too blue. We'll see. Could just do so. Two. For enough time, any passion becomes just a job when monetary expectations are part of the equation. Exactly. Yeah. That's why it's always good, I think, to distinguish between the job and the hobby. That's why I never want to do this as a job, ever. Well, Gunpla is interesting. It's like trying to be a corporate punk, which is I hate to see him let me go. I appreciate the effort he's put into. Absolutely. And in fact, I think that's one of the positive things that he did come out with, Ray. He did say that it is good. It is a good possibility that he will continue Mecha Warehouse on as a community force, which I think is great. The tariff circus cannot have helped. No. No, I'm sure that there were a number of things that have changed things. I think it's more than just the tariffs. I think it's tariffs in combination with post-COVID, and just I guess a consolidation. You know, Bandai is not making it any easier for anybody to be in the to be a excuse me, to be a dealer. You know, particularly if you take a look at, they're also now starting here in the United States, at least, it appears that they are trying to also sell non-premium kits on their website, which I don't understand. Okay, I'm going to go with the magenta. It's going to be a little bit darker. Just going to bring down Probably should have let some of this bleed out, but I'm not going to. Let that oil leach off, but I'm not going to. What just happened there? The stray. It's wild. Anyway. Hey, Nick. Good morning. How are you? This stuff might be just a little too juicy right now to use. I have to let some of that leach off first before I can do anything with it. What happened to the blue? There it is. Blue, red, magenta, orange. The orange I might use on the, actually, I might do that right now as a pin wash. See what happens. Morning. Well, it's Monday and I have to work, so I guess I'm good. Yeah. Yeah, I hear you on that. Today is going to be an interesting day at the office. That is for damn sure. Boss and I are going to spend a little personal time, which will be an interesting conversation, I'm sure. Japan is a Japanese company, which means they do business like a Japanese company, cannot apply American strategies, expectations, pricing, or taxes on them. They don't care. Oh, I know. Again, we do the same thing when it comes to like Sony televisions, as Sony makes the best televisions out there, but not for the market that, when we say to them, hey, we need you to make things that do this. And their response is, okay, we'll think about it. Yeah, we're not going to do that. And then their competitor Samsung does it. I understand. Japanese companies think like Japanese companies. I understand and respect, but it also is, remember, if you create a product for a market and that market says, but we want something else, and the company says, yeah, we're not going to change, you're going to change at some point. And I've seen that happen, at least in AV, quite a bit. Or you're going to get eaten alive. Well, I was off until 10 p.m. last night when someone was working when they shouldn't have been. So now I have to drive an hour to change a light bulb, then go home. Hold it a second. You're not kidding. Change a light bulb. Cool. And then go home. Okay. Change a light bulb. Kind of interesting. Change a light bulb. Too much paint. Let's get. Oh, yeah, that's what we wanted right there. Yep. That orange was just dark enough to create a really nice distinction in that fold area. Just got to get the excess off of here now. came out good. In fact, I might actually put in a little bit more. Hey, Edwin, good evening. Billy MG R78 3.0 with nephew. He said this is more satisfying than Lego. Good for him and good for you. There we go. Now we're going to take the stuff off the surface. Even Nintendo Switch from playing cars to video games. Exactly. Nope, I am dead ass serious. No shit. Yeah, playing cards. That's the ticket. I have one photos or it didn't happen. Yeah, that kind of. Yeah. My furnace is blowing cold there. Well, thermostat is set to 90 degrees and oven on. Yeah, it blowing whatever I can. Oh boy. This is at your place, Joe? Oh, boy. There we go. Got the surface cleaned off. Now, that means only thing that's there is now in the shadows, and that's good. There we go. A little bit of yellow here on the jacket. Gonna remove that right now. There we go. All right, it's not going to be visible, but I did basically in like an orange pin wash inside of the zippered area. So you got that sort of line in the middle, the jacket, and then in between is like the sort of the recess for the zipper. All I did was just hit that with an orange, which darkened it up just enough to give it that shadowy look. And right now I'm just waiting for some of that oil right there to dry. I mean, I could throw what they call it on at the hair dryer on it. Hey, Tony, good morning. Good morning, Jordan. Hi, Joe. Well, a resident. Okay, was a resident. Okay, yeah, that's different. Oof. Everybody's saying good morning. I love it. All right, let's try to blend some of this red in and see what happens. Yeah, especially in its crotch. Yes, I know what I just said. Because that'll actually create a nice dark. Oh man, this oil unfortunately is really shiny. I think this is the reason why you also use the Abtai lung. Go quickly. The Abtai lung tends to dry everything matte. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Ken. Before I forget too far, I hope everybody had a good Sunday. Enjoyable the rest of the weekend. Not sure, but they may move Dad to a rehab facility today, or maybe even keep him in hospital. Able to talk to the doctor yesterday before I had to leave. Question: is that a is that a permanent thing, Tony, or a temporary thing? My wife just handed me a small clear tube and a red cap that she found in the dryer. We must have left this in your pocket. What was in it? Oh boy. If it's anything like my kids, it could have been like a lip balm. Tony, I wish you all the best, brother. I'm hoping it's not going to be a permanent thing. Well, it was Exacto blades? Until he can put pressure on his foot again. It's no longer okay. Fall risk. Yep. That makes sense. All right. Looking at this, I like what's coming out. It's got to darken up so right in the folds where the legs come together into the crotch, right down here, I need to get those lines darkened. Right there. Just need to get those lines a little bit darkened. I could darken this magenta a little bit more. And actually, now looking at this, I'm glad I went to the magenta. It's blending it very, very nicely in here. I'll leave it just like that and then blend it in later when it dries a bit more. And then underneath the jacket, I'm going to do the same kind of thing. In fact, just going to lay down a bit of a wash. I distribute Exacto blades through my daughter's laundry Father of the Year award. Oh my God. Wow, Peter, did you find the blades? Get a magnet to find those. Oof. So I'm not sure what the actual diagnosis is. I wanted to find out from the. Well, I had 2 hours to spare yesterday. Yeah. Found 3 in the lint trap. Oh boy. And that's when you hope it was only 3. Oh, yeah. Oops. The chunkiness there. Wanted to get rid of that. There we go. Blend some of that in later. Just going to go right back into this crotch area again. Push some of that oil in. Also going to go to the back here and do the same thing with the back. And underneath here. Just creating enough shadowing using this magenta as a contrast color. There we go. I'm going to hit it with the hair dryer just to get this thing expedited a bit. Is that a subcategory of the Darwin Award? Getting pretty good at taking the back off a dryer. Lots of lint cleaning. I hate doing that. Ugh, Joe. Anyway, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Peter. How are you? By the way, how's the family? How's everybody doing? Good news is that I did manage to get the water in the spray booth changed out. Nice. He's not sure when I'll get to kid doing paint. Yeah. Sounds like you got quite a bit on your plate right now. Right, Tony? All right. Now let's do some blending. In fact, I'm going to start with the back here. Yeah, we're going to darken up the bottom there a little bit. I'm going to probably end up doing a second layer of magenta here. Might need to go a little bit higher contrast. And something tells me I might have to matte coat over this thing afterward. Because I didn't really, again, I'm starting to lay this stuff down now, and it's just a little too shiny. We'll see what happens when it dries, but it may be just a little too shiny. If you had someone on standby with a leaf blower to clean you off, yeah, I bet. So much for doing it right now. Ready for vacation that I cannot afford right now. Oh, I'm sorry, Tony. Yeah. Well, at some point it will happen, right? You just stand by in the honor and a leaf blower. Yeah, it's either on the machine or on you. Yep. There is a possibility I may put down something a little darker, like do a dark brown here as well into these crevices. Let's darken up this bottom part a little more. And find the Abtailing matte thinner gives a chalky finish that I'm not crazy about. Have you noticed that? I have not, but I will now pay attention to that. Thank you, Peter. Counting down the 11 work days until vacation starts. Sweet. And in those 11 days, Peter, are you taking off? I can't recall. Did you say you're taking off for Japan, or are you going to be hanging around with the fam? Oh, that's right. You're hanging out with your family, the local family, and then heading to Japan for the New Year's. Is that correct? Sorry. There we go, guys. Oh, yeah, vacation. T-minus 11 days and counting. Yep. I went on a holiday cheer lace shopping spree Thursday night. Ended up with more soft movie paints, a new figure, and a light up blow model mold Xmas tree. Light up blow mold Xmas tree. Like glass? Thanks for reminding me again. I needed to get the tree and unbend the branches. Yep. Yeah, Christmasing with my family in DK, and then 27th off to Japan to celebrate New Year's with her family. Yep, nice. Plastic blow mold. Got it. Put that on a tree at the park last Saturday night. Do you go in and cut it yourself? That's kind of cool. Okay. Yeah, I can go in with a darker brown to get into that area. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do a darker color. It's just it's good, but it's just not dark enough, which is wild because usually it's the other way around with some of this oil stuff. All right, we're gonna go to, let's see which color I want to do. I could do a raw umber. I could do a little bit of black brown. I'm gonna go black brown. So Forest Park is -1 tree now. Nice. Trick is getting out before a ranger sees you. Yeah, exactly. And bring a basket as distraction. Yeah, picnic basket as distraction. Buongiorno. Hey, Tom. Good morning. How are you? There we go. Good morning. Wait, is that a hairdryer? I guess it's a good thing. We were in the house. No, I bought this one specifically for this purpose. It's mine. Hey, Mike. Good morning. What's going on, brother? I'm blow drying my figure. In fact, we're now going to go and clean off this brush, and we're going to start applying some of the black brown. Get a bit of more of a higher contrast on the shadowing areas. It's just not getting dark enough. In fact, let me just dry this out. Blow in the little figure. Close up your little hands and arms. Okay. for his afro. It's for that wig I don't have anymore. Okay. Let's get a little brown action going right here. It's looking a little better. Go underneath here. And I think that area is good enough. I just got to push some stuff up. All right, let's see what we got here. I guess where's that from? We used to get our Christmas tree from our own property here in New York until my dumbass had them all cut down. Now I have a 3-acre field to maintain. What were you thinking, Mike? Someone say wig? Someone did say wig. That sounds like a lot of mowing involved. Yep. When he bought the hair dryer. Yep. If this is a gift, the dude don't need this. You know, the funny thing is, I love going to like Target and going to the makeup aisle. It's like when my kids are like, "Hey, can we go check out the makeup?" I'm like, "Of course," because I'm looking at like brushes and cleaning supplies and hair, all of this stuff that actually lends into being usable on a scale model. Much time? Fuck. Only got 10 minutes left. My God, time flies, man. Time flies. Yeah. I'll bring it up a little bit higher. There we go. Blend it in. That's good. Now I'm going to do a dark band right at the bottom. And then that will call it done. All right. And I like the way that looks. A little bit of a blending I need to do up top here. There we go. So basically what I've created is right at the back end there, you can just see the shadowing there. So when the cat's being seen from the top, you see the shadowing. I'll be laying down some highlight colors as well. Sure. So we had a traditional whole lamb feast yesterday, Western Chinese style. Chinese style lamb, that I've never had. Not that I'll do it anymore, but yeah, it's actually a merkin. Okay. Let's go in now and get this front area done. Man, yeah. You know, Peter brought up a very interesting point about, is this chalky? I don't know if it's chalky or not, but the one thing I will say that I like about the Abtai lung is at least it's not reflective. I don't care about it whether it's shiny or not because I can flat coat it afterward, but I would really prefer being able to see this. And when you got the oil, it's so reflective, it is hard to see. Sorry, guys. Oh, I'm cooked in an underground. Ooh. Later, Joe. Have a good one, brother. Actually, everyone has cooked over a wood fire stove while lamb was cooked on an underground oven. Well, that sounds pretty good. Have a good one. I need to do something. The Dutch oven, no sense. Using an electric slow cooker when the wood stove is going. We had 10 adults and 5 kids, and we barely finished half the lamb. Yeah, leftovers. Leftovers. Okay. How much time I got? 10 minutes. Okay. That's looking good. I'll clean off the brush. I'm going to start a little bit on the blue. See what happens. Just do some light stuff on the blue. Shit. I might have to go visit NYC, go to a Jollibee for some Christmas chicken. There you go. Forgot about Jollibee. Yeah, I guess that's the only place that made it out this far, huh? Is KFC Christmas chicken menu a thing in the US like it is in Japan? Not that I'm aware of, but maybe. Sorry, guys. Give me a moment here. I'm just trying to get some of this done. Oops, got a little carried away there. Sorry, guys. KFC is absolute garbage. No, KFC Christmas chicken is only a Japan thing, at least. Like, haha, garbage. Like Taco Bell garbage. That's a good question. I don't do any of that stuff, so I don't know. What's it like? Sorry, guys. Give me another second here. I'm just about done laying down the base color here. Up there for a second, and then we're going to start wiping it down. Like Taco Bell on occasion. I go to Popeyes if I want fast food fried chicken. I don't know. Dave's hot wings are pretty damn good. The one thing I miss about my daughter, the only thing I'd probably say I wish my daughter did go to Temple for, is they had this great hot chicken place called Nanu's in Philly. That was good. All right, let's clean off this brush. How much time? Yeah, I'm going to spend 5 minutes in getting this done. Seems a loophole to get around quality contracts that were signed with companies. Oh, really? Interesting. Did not know that. I was ruined. This is trying Japanese versions. There's a reason they live forever and Americans die young from obesity. Probably true. Just about. I'm just going to do a quick pass, get some of this stuff cleaned off. And I'm going to get back to this thing tonight and get it all done up. Try some this one. Let's see. Where were we now? Quality being an important factor. Yep. That is my. So I guess I'm going to try to remove some of this excess here. Got to get in and do a little bit more polishing up top there. It's a little heavier than I thought. Try to get some of this off. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Sorry, guys. I've been trying to get some of this wrapped up before I have to take off. Anyway, generally speaking, we got the arm folds kind of taken care of. Not all of it, but it's getting closer. Still have a clue on how to season the steak. Everybody's got their thing. Okay. I don't really want to go to work today anyway. No. Yes and no. Okay. Now let's start drying it a little bit, and we're going to clear it off. Wagyu is overhyped. Word will be there when you're ready. Okay, now let's blend. Sorry, guys. I apologize. Yeah. What time is it? Yeah. Fuck. This, I hate starting something like this and not being able to finish it. It's the only thing. I did expect to be a little further along than I am now. Okay. Anyway, I know I got to get going. There we go, guys. I mean, the cat's actually coming along pretty nicely. I just got to get some of that shadowing still wrapped up, but so far, I'm liking what I'm seeing here, and I'll continue to work on that tonight and get the cat all wrapped up. And tomorrow, I'll get back to weathering the model itself. But for now, this is actually looking pretty good. The mold stuff is just it's a little wonky, but we'll see what we can do to get it cleaned up. But with that being said, everybody, guys, stay safe and stay sane. Thanks for being on this morning. I appreciate it. Go out there and do good. Brighten the world as much as you possibly can. Make it a good day for somebody. Bring some peace and joy to somebody's life, not misery. Okay? I'll be back on tomorrow morning, same time, same channel. Enjoy the day, guys. Do good. Happy 1st of December, and I will catch you on the flip. Peace.